Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Mary, and I'm the maker behind Simply Mary Designs. Today is going to be a chill market prep video. As you can see right here, I am starting to work on a new pattern that I have not tried before. It is a crochet bear pattern from, I believe, the Crochet Code AU. I will link it down in the description, but it is a very low sew bear. The only thing that you have to sew on is, I believe, the head to the rest of the body. I think the legs and arms are crocheted in, and same with the snout and ears. So I have a wrist brace on right now. I don't usually wear my wrist brace, especially in videos, but I did hurt my wrist a little bit earlier. I have a joint condition where my wrist kind of slips out a lot, so having a wrist brace on helps a lot, especially when crocheting. And that way I just prevent more injuries, because no one likes being injured, especially when that means you can't crochet. Watching YouTube here. I believe the video that I'm watching is Looping Teddies. It's the creator Looping Teddies. She's doing a market prep type of video here. I think also setting up her studio. I love watching her videos. They're so calm and relaxing, and I would definitely recommend for you to check out her channel because they're really cool. But let's get back to the knitting stuff. I'm using Big Twist Plush in the color Cardamom, which I know you can't get it anymore. I also know that as of when I'm recording this, a few days ago, Michaels came out and said that they were carrying the Big Twist yarn, or they had the intellectual property of the Big Twist yarn, and also Hirschner's has come out and said they have Big Twist, and same with Mary Maxim. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. We'll just have to wait and see at this point. We don't really have enough information to figure stuff out. But for now, I'm treating it like Big Twist Plush is not going to be here again. I know Michael said something about bringing back Baby Bear and Posh, but they didn't say anything about Plush, so I'm crossing my fingers that they will bring it back. I don't know yet, though. So now I'm stuffing my bear's body with polyfill. I already stuffed the bear legs, and now I'm stuffing the body. I try to do my stuffing, I try not to overstuff my plushies, but I also try to make sure that there is a lot of stuffing in there. Usually the way I do it is I put the stuffing inside, and then I kind of flatten it towards the outside to make almost like a middle with an outer wall of stuffing, and then the yarn. It's hard to explain. But I basically just keep pushing the stuffing up and back towards the edges of the project so that the middle will have a good amount of stuffing, and it won't be too dense, and it won't be misshapen or too loosely packed stuffing. I also like to fluff up my stuffing beforehand so that it's not quite as dense and it's a little bit more light and fluffy. I finished stuffing. I'm starting to work on the ears now. So you make the ears separately and then crochet them into the head. I haven't made the head yet, but I'm making the ears first, so I don't have to worry about yarn and switching between balls of yarn and having to weave in extra tails, because I don't really like weaving in yarn tails. But then again, does anyone like weaving in ends? If you like weaving in ends, actually drop a comment down below, because tell me like your favorite weaving in ends trick to make it less tedious. Or if you like them, why do you like it? Is it like relaxing? I know some people think that it's relaxing. For me personally, it isn't. But then again, I also sometimes find like untangling balls of yarn relaxing. And that is not the case for everyone. So I just had a mini ball of yarn left after that, and I'm going to go and get a new skein. Before that, I'm going to be making my to-do list. I'm using Bic markers, kind of not gel pens, but marker pens almost. My instinct is to call them teacher pens, because when I was in elementary school, all the teachers in elementary school used this specific type of pens, and so that's just what everyone called them. So that's my instinct. I'm not really sure what they're actually called. I have them in a pretty pastel pack. I think I have maybe 6 different colors, and that's what I'm using right now. I'm putting one item in each different color and then repeating them. I like to do this on my to-do list because it makes it a little less hard to make. It makes it easier to make to-do lists, and a little bit more interesting, and my brain is more likely to focus on it when I'm switching between colors. Now that I've finished my to-do list, I am going to start working on the head. I already started the snout part, as you can see, and now I'm working on attaching the ears. Attaching the ears was a little fiddly. I wasn't entirely sure how to do that. Then again, attaching the legs was also a little hard, but I think it's just because I wasn't used to the pattern. If I went and redid the pattern, most likely I would be able to do it very easily. Again, so I think it was just a me problem of reading it for the first time and not looking through the entire pattern. And as you can see, I forgot to wear my wrist brace here, so I don't wear it all the time. I just usually try to when it would be a good preventative measure. finished the head. I haven't stuffed it yet. Here I'm putting in the eyes. And then once I put in the safety eyes, I will also start stuffing it a little. I do also need to put in the nose. I need to embroider the nose, which is going to take a while. I'm not sure if I filmed it on camera because it took me many tries to be able to do that fully, but as of right now, I'm just stuffing it. And then I will sew it on to the body a little bit later. And now it is time to pack orders. For this one, I am packing a turtle with a red shell and also a blue variegated penguin. What I usually like to do for my orders is I like to package them in, I like to wrap them up in tissue paper, then put a little sticker to keep the tissue paper from unraveling during transit and to look all nice and pretty when they get the package. I then put it in my blue polyfill mailer and I put a little, not business card, but somewhat of a business card. It has all my socials, links, and everything on there. And I put that in there and then I seal it up. So that is usually my process for orders. I decided to switch gears and start working on some more of my whips that I haven't, well, truthfully, I've been procrastinating on doing these whips because it involves cutting out. I had to print stuff on cardstock, then cut it out, and then I had to use a hot glue gun, which I don't usually use a hot glue gun. I can probably count on like one or two hands the amount of times that I used a hot glue gun in my life. So the fact that I would have to use one to attach my signs to my emotional support dumpster fires was a little daunting. But we did it in baby steps. I cut out the sign. I cut out all the signs first and then I did it. And once I did one of them, it was really okay. I figured out how to do them. So I was able to complete many of my emotional support dumpster fires and take pictures and list them on my Etsy. I then moved on to making turtles. Turtles, as you guys probably know if you've been around here for a little bit, they're my most popular items besides penguins. They're kind of tied at this point in my markets, in-person markets. Penguins are definitely the winners on my Palmstreet lives, which is basically a virtual live selling platform. Turtles are definitely my big winners. I have a lot of turtle fans and we love all the turtles that are made there and the turtle friendships that are formed. So if you're from my Palmstreet lives, shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome and I love you. And of course, I also love my YouTube fam. But if you aren't following me on Palmstreet already, this would actually be a cool time to check it out. Basically, Palmstreet is you makers can go live for like 45 minutes to an hour plus. A lot of people do anywhere within 45 minutes to like 2 or 3 hours. And we can just chat. It's kind of like we're on FaceTime. And also, there's a store where you guys can get my plushies and order my plushies. I also like to do some auctions where I put the plushies at a pretty low starting bid and then auction them off. I also love to do a few giveaways because I love to give back to you guys, and I'm so grateful that you guys support me and everything. And making plushies is my love language, so doing giveaways is just a huge part of the fun for me. So if you're not already following me on Palmstreet, go ahead and click the link below and download Palmstreet and create an account. It's really fun. There's not just crocheters on there, there's crystal sellers, there's plants. It was originally a plants selling platform, but it's really expanded and it's really cool. So I would encourage you guys all to check it out. There's a few other content creators, crochet content creators who do lives, especially Morgan from Ally Crochet. She was the one who first got me into doing Palmstreet. So I would check it out, especially if you're like a crocheter. It's really fun to just like do a crochet and chat. So back to what I was saying before, I am prepping a bunch of turtles. So I made a bunch of shells before, and now I have to make all the turtle heads, and then I have to put like the safety eyes in, and then make all the fins, and then assemble them all together. I'm not probably going to make it that far in this video because it usually takes a while for me to go from like making all the pieces to assembling it. But it is a no-sew turtle pattern. I don't remember who it is by. It's really quick though, and it works up nicely for markets. I'm using Big Twist Plush, of course, but I've also made them in Sweet Snuggles Light, Bernat Blanket, Sweet Snuggles, and I'm trying to think what else. I think that's the only yarn brands I've used to date, but they are really fun to make, easy to make, quick. They're one of those items that can be one of those not necessarily like $5 makes, but very, very quick make. Actually, this is going to be it for this vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of market prep behind the scenes from me. If you did, please consider liking the video and maybe even subscribing. It really does help me out a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to comment down below what you guys were working on as you were watching this video. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your days, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!